So, one fine morning, we picked our way back out of the Abrolhos, staying very close to the channel markers. With the knowledge that there was a bit of a blow coming in, we wanted to get as close to land and as far north as we could as possible. We had, as always, a beautiful escort from some of Abrolhos' true locals.
Hello, cutie.
Things were looking pretty good as we left the island, and as the ever-diligent captain, I promptly decided to take a nap.
Sorry to wake you, Sara.
Over the course of the day, the wind freshened, and freshened, and freshened some more. We knew it would be really bad out in the Abrolhos, but the brief forecast that I'd managed to get out there had said that it wouldn't be quite as bad close to shore, and at least blowing in the right direction.
Perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. It is such a perfect day. You just keep
We were treated to a beautiful stormy sunset, and after that the wind really set in. Thankfully we were running downwind, under a full jenny and no main for a while, and then later just a third jenny. The wind came up to about 30 knots and created a big wind swell, which we were surfing down, getting up to 8 knots at times. The pressure on the rudder was immense and pulled the wheel from this side to that. I was the only one able to hold the wheel in place, and as we don't have an autopilot, I was in for a long shift. About 14 hours later, I got off the helm, absolutely dead. I slept just before the morning, and my mom took over. We were greeted by a stormy, wind-swept sea, cold and grey, but a lot closer to our destination. The winds abated during the day, revealing the glorious Zuytdorp cliffs on the horizon. We sailed alongside them for the rest of the day, admiring the awesome topography.
Alrighty, second evening sailing from the Pelsar crew, and we had an absolute milk run in the beginning yesterday, and then it got a bit windy at night and we were running downwind past Kelberry, probably gusting up to 30, but maybe sitting a bit less. That was a bit of fun with the red of Jenny up, and then a nice cruise this morning. And now, here is the incontinent crew, and we are going past the big cliffs, the Zuytdorp cliffs, quite close to try tuck away out of the fetch from the easterly and the southeasterly. And we'll see how it goes here, and hopefully be into Steep Point when it gets light in the morning. Yeah, nice.
Can you speak Swedish?
Yeah.
Say something. Nej.
Really?
Yeah, but you said, oh, I don't want to see any more stupid Swedish television.
No,
Please.
Yoo-hoo, Mablena!
End of a good day.
Like a potato.
Captain Cole's been on the helm for a couple of hours, and we are.
We had a decent overnight sail, and in almost the first time my timing has ever worked out, arrived at Steep Point just to see the sun rise through it.
Oh, I saw the sun!
We finally got into the lagoon formed by Shark Bay and were rewarded with some picture-perfect sailing. We picked our way up the channel with 10 to 15 knots on the beam, crystal clear water, and not a ripple on the surface. It was pretty good. We were picking our way between the sandbars, headed for Denham, when we were surprised by a pod of dolphins. They treated us to one of the most glorious displays of bow riding that we've ever seen. couple of hours and a couple of dolphins later, we pulled into Denham, where we planned to shelter from the storm. Denham turned out to be very, very small, but steeped in history and had an awesome museum.
Don't do anything jerky. It's better to let it go out of shot than to jerk the shot away. Wow. How's it been?
Across the bay into Northerly for a while. We were put in touch with a fellow cruiser called Nick, who was at Quoin Bluff South. We had been heading for Louisa Bay, slightly further north, but the headland at Quoin Bay offered better protection, so we diverted and went there.
Alrighty, little morning report. We had a lovely couple of days in Denham, where we went to go shelter from a bit of a storm. And then now we've popped back across the bay we were aiming for Louisa Bay because there these dugongs there, but yeah, there's probably dugongs everywhere and the wind kind of went a little bit northeasterly even. It was meant to be westerly, which would have been protecting Louisa, but it wasn't quite that in practice. So we're here in the beautiful Carnarvon loop. You can maybe see over there. And it is just southwest of Egg Island, little island over there, covered with guano. Smells amazing. Anyway, so we're just going to take a couple of days and explore Shark Bay a little bit more, and then we can go up to Louisa today to see if the famed dugongs are in fact there. We saw one or two yesterday, but they were very skittish. And then we'll make the leap across the bay to Carnarvon, where we will not be able to enter the fishing because they have been dredged for bloody ages, and there was a cyclone which tilted it up. Anyway, so yeah, a couple nice days of sailing. Very light winds ahead, maybe stronger winds today, which is maybe not ideal. What have we broken now? And yeah, just taking it easy.
Shark Bay certainly lived up to its name, and we saw lots of little sharks, rays and skates flitting about through the shallows. I had a surprisingly close call, actually, when I was about to shoot a tusk fish in maybe 2 meters of water and looked up to see a very, very big tiger shark cruise right past me. It was incredible the kind of life that was on this really, really shallow ledge. You didn't have to go far at all to see things. With deadlines looming and a weather window opening, we decided to set sail for Carnarvon that night. This was a pretty nice overnighter, with a bright full moon illuminating the path. We enjoyed a couple of drinks at the yacht club, had a dubious dinner at the hotel in town, and then, rather sadly, had to say goodbye to my mum. Sent her off at the busy international Carnarvon airport. So, that pretty much wraps that one. Join us next time to see what not to do in Carnarvon, and for a lot more exciting episodes, where we go to Coral Bay, and eventually the Montage, where we are sitting now making this. Yeah, hang around. We were greeted by a stormy, windswept sea, cold and grey, but a lot closer to our destination.